Hello and welcome to this week's episode of So Fired. I'm Chelsea Toronto.
I'm Dr. Lindsay Regier.
And welcome. Each week on So Fired, we take life's shitty things and turn them into pretty things.
And we share all of our issues because they never, ever, ever end. And this week, we're talking about an epic weekend. Woo! Woo!
Right. Okay. So each week on So Fired, we start with the So Fired moment in which we do that.
Where we turn the shitty into pretty.
Yeah. So it's in my story.
Okay.
Okay, great.
So do you want me to go first?
Yep.
Okay. All right. So over the weekend, I had family in town, my sister-in-law, my two nieces.
Last weekend was 4th of July.
4th of July weekend. My nieces are 20 and like 25 years old, so not children. But this is the thing that I don't like about having house guests is that we're in charge of buying snacks. Because like you want people to come and like feel welcome and have something to snack
That's
on.
kind of your beige flag. You can't.
I panic.
Me too.
I have like a heart attack.
Totally.
I'm like, I don't know. I came back to the
you guys
store.
You have to understand we don't really eat.
Yeah, we don't really eat snacks.
We don't eat snacks.
No.
So if you really want to know, we kind of don't.
Kind of like don't eat. I eat like a smoothie in the morning, a smoothie for breakfast, or a salad, and like a small meal for dinner.
Yeah, right. Look at her.
Yeah. And so I panic. Like
Totally.
Nothing stresses me out more. And I come back from the store with grapes. Like
I would love that, actually.
Yeah. They didn't, but it's fine.
So fired.
The So Fired was that these are the most self-sufficient house guests we have
Yeah.
ever had. They go to the grocery store, and let me tell you what they came back with.
Okay, ready.
Okay. Barbecue chips, Cheez-Its, Sociable crackers, Gushers, pretzels, pepper salami, Merlot cheese, Tostitos pizza rolls, avocado chips, gelato, sour stick gummies, Pringles, Twizzlers, Rolos, Fast Breaks, Starbucks, mac and cheese, Trix, bagels.
I don't even know what some of those things are. That means they're like hip snack eaters, not just like throwback snack eaters.
No, and then like, we also ordered in crumble cookie.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you still have some of those snacks left over?
Only the barbecue chips, and then there's some beef jerky.
Ew.
I know. Disgusting. Oh, and they bought bread. Also, for anyone who doesn't know, I don't eat bread, so
I don't eat carbs.
Yeah.
So I eat rice. I do eat white rice.
Yeah. So I don't really eat rice or bread. So I have been schooled in snacking, and I made a list so that the next time we have people in town,
I'm so glad you did that because that was amazing.
Do that.
That's a really good one.
Yeah.
Okay. Issues?
What are your issues?
Again, this really has to deal with my story. Okay, you know what? My issue is I don't think I'm as good at doing drugs as I thought I was.
I had the same experience this weekend.
You did? Oh shit. Okay, well
we'll circle back to
okay, when I take you on my epic journey,
yeah,
please feel free to weave in and jump in because this is more of like a little bit of a mini movie.
Yeah. Because when we were talking about an epic weekend, mine was pretty wholesome, family friendly, and I don't know what happened on yours.
Well, is there anything epic that happened in that PG movie, Disney life that you lived?
Well, my issue was that I did not time my drugs at the right time.
Roll right in there, G. You went from PG to G.
It was like our boat ride that we went on. It was 2 hours long, and yeah, I should have started like an hour before the boat ride.
I always tell you it's an hour. You said
no, it's like half an hour. Okay, at least by an hour in, it should have been fine. No, it hit at the 3-hour mark when we're done boating.
Bummer.
Yeah, and
was there food in your stomach?
Yeah.
What do you? I've told you a couple of times now. How many times did I tell you?
I know, but I needed to eat because I didn't eat yet that day.
You know you have to eat after the fact.
But I didn't want to be nauseous.
I'm telling you, you got to be a little more mindful in consumption.
I hate the nausea part of it.
You bring a protein bar. You can't have one without the other.
I know.
This is just what you're going to have to do, right? You have bottle openers on your keychain.
Yeah.
You got to know that if you're going to consume, these are the things that you have to do.
I know. I mean, it's just like, it was hard because we're like around people and, you know, I'm not in my environment. Yeah.
So you weren't with me.
So the ultra high hit on the way back from the mountains, and me and Layla sat in the back seat of the Forerunner, window down. I'm just like staring at her, like staring off into space. We got out at Loveland Pass to take a photo, and I was like, this is not great right now.
Why didn't you like it?
So I was like, it was cold. First of all, it was like way too cold. I didn't have appropriate clothes on. And I was just like, I'm like too high to be like walking around and like doing things. And like the rest of the ride home, I don't know if that ride was 5 minutes or 5 hours. It was just like, la la la, like me hanging out with Layla in the back seat.
Were you happy?
Yeah, it was great.
I could have driven around for hours.
I know.
Right?
Yeah.
You're just like, let's just keep driving. I'm back here with my best friend. We're not, you hate driving too.
Yeah,
You love being the passenger.
I do. And I was like way in the back. I was like super passenger princess.
Oh, that's really nice.
Yeah.
Actually, maybe that's the
the
you were
issue
supposed to
turned into
have.
so fired. Like,
Maybe that was the experience you were supposed to
I
have.
guess so. Yeah,
Share it with Layla
yeah.
instead.
It was
She
amazing.
was probably like, I feel you.
Yeah.
Just like, put your head on my shoulder right here.
I know, like, come here, Layla. Let's snuggle.
Let's snuggle. Yeah, you were toast. That's really cute. It's a good one.
Yeah. Well, this is my other issue that
Oh,
has to do
please.
with the food that I did consume.
All right.
So my issue is that like if you're not going to say something and speak up for yourself, you cannot complain about things not going your way. So like,
Well, I don't know if I agree with that.
I mean, I
But-
might be turning into like a mini Karen, but I'm not.
Oh, mini. Why? Because you're little? Or a mini? Because you're little in stature? Is that what mini? Are you just legit full? All right.
Well, this is what happened. We needed some sandwiches to go on the boat because we're going to be on the boat for a couple hours and we're all freaking hungry.
Sure.
So we go to this downstairs deli. I'm like, oh, that'll be quick and easy. Put our order in. It's 30 minutes later.
Yeah.
Not a sandwich has been produced to hand to us. And there's 5 of us that need to eat. So I go behind the counter and I was like, excuse me. So I have a reservation at 2:00. And so the ticket for Lindsay, Marley, Emily, and Christina, can those all skip the front of the line because we do have to get going? And he's like, okay. And I was like, thank you.
Well,
And
if you didn't say it like a Karen, I bet I could say it not like a Karen. I feel like
thank you.
Karen. Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I think a Karen is mean.
Well, that sounded kind of mean.
I was just trying to be like, thank you so much.
I think a Karen isn't just mean. She's like fucking fearless for herself. And I feel like we should take that away because what you kind of did was speak up for yourself.
Yeah.
So I feel like, well, let's just, who cares?
I know. I'm just like, we needed to eat.
So what's
we
the
needed
issue?
food.
You're upset when?
Well, it's just like certain people will be like, oh my God, I can't believe you did that. Like, I can't believe you did that. I'm like, if you want what you want, you got to ask for it.
Yeah.
Don't make me feel
Like,
like
I don't
I'm a
really hang out
Karen.
with people that are like, don't do that.
Yeah, no.
Like, I
And
might,
if they are, I'm like, shut up.
do you want to fucking eat
Yeah.
or not?
You want a
Okay.
sandwich or not?
Hey, this has been fun, but I got to tell you about my epic weekend because you know what? It's Friday and you have made me wait since fucking Wednesday. And I am dying. So you need to.
All
Get your
right, let
ready-
me buckle up.
I might just have to like get the story time mode. Okay,
go.
so it was 4th of July weekend. A couple of weeks ago, you said to me, what's something you want? And I said, actually, you know what I want? Each time I do something, I want it to be an epic experience.
Mm-hmm.
Like I
You want to like live life.
I want to live life. Whatever it is, I want to do it with the people I love, but like come back with like a story.
Okay.
Didn't I say that on air?
I
At one
think-
point? I feel like I
I
did.
don't think there was that much enthusiasm behind it when you said it, but yeah, you want to like live life
Oh.
and have the experiences.
Okay, so growing up, all I really ever wanted was like a big fun. Growing up, I mean, like last summer. What the fuck? I want to have like really like a solid 4th of July weekend,
Mhm.
and I did. Okay, spent the day with Carrie and Sedalia. Amazing. Then I was gonna go camping on the actual 4th with Ken. Last minute, like front runner slides in, takes the 3rd July, Monday, July 3rd's headlining act as boom. A friend of mine reaches out to me. We reconnect through Instagram, and it turns out it is my brother's hot best friend from high school.
You're like, this is already epic.
Shit. I'm just like, I'm sorry. Whatever. It's cool. Right?
Be cool, be cool.
Well, okay. So I know this person and had the biggest crush on him. Like, and he was my brother's best friend. So we're talking like 17,
And how old are you?
4 years older than that.
Oh, okay.
And it was
Oh yeah,
like,
I always forget that you're older than your brother.
I know. I
Yeah.
did in the story too,
Yeah.
actually.
I was like, so you were like 14?
Right? I'm like, the fuck. Anyway,
Yeah.
so like, oh God, it was so hot. I showed you the picture, right? And like he's got this like smile and this like giggle. And like I didn't realize to what extent how much time he spent with us. And
Mhm.
like he lived in our basement for a summer and like he was really close with my parents. And like when we talked, he was like, "Hey, remember you took me home with your friend?" I was like, "No." He's like, "You remember this?" And I was
Nope.
like, "No." So
Mhm.
anyway, so he's like, "Hey, I have this last minute concert ticket to see Dead and Company." John Mayer's in that band. And he's like
Oh,
in their final farewell tour. The third night is Monday, July 3rd.
okay.
Would you like to join me? I was like, "Oh, yes, I would. 100%." But I was like, "Cool. Yeah, let me know if that works out."
Yeah, that's cool.
I do think the
I'll
first
let me, like, see if my schedule's clear.
I know. I wasn't available on Sunday. We're gonna connect, but no one heard. And then Monday was like solid. So okay, I'm driving in. I'm hightailing out of Stalia. I get there. Where are you? Oh, he like talks me in on the phone, like calls me
Oh,
before.
oh, to navigate you of where to park?
Yes,
Oh,
I know, right?
wow.
Park at the Trex. I'm across the street by the practice field. Okay. Oh. So, oh, by the way, on this practice field, you know what happened? Your brother and I were playing 7-on-7 pickup, and we got into a fight, and I still have someone's tooth mark in my
Oh my
forehead. I
god.
was like, yeah, that's about right.
Wow.
Okay. So my father was very influential in the lives of my brother and his friends.
Mhm.
Like I guess my house, they spent a lot of time together with
Yeah.
like there's various right. So and that time in particular was a very happy time for my family. So I'd like to set the record straight that like that we were getting our stride as a beautiful family. Like my dad was happiest because Taylor with all his bros and he was in junior in like sports, varsity sports, and he was good at it. And we were very much a Kent Denver community family.
Gotcha.
Like, and I just happen to be the old sister that didn't have this is Josie Grossi at her finest, right?
So
So,
there was, like, 1 or 2 solid good years
oh, there was actually
or
quite a
more?
few, but this is the beginning, 17, and then until my dad died.
Okay.
So the second half was pretty solid, but particularly that one, that was really a really solid time. This might be the happiest moment of his life because he had such a depression after Taylor left. They got the first poodle, but that's not the point. Her name was Baby. She's the OG. Okay, we're
Anyways.
sidetracked. Getting back. Anyway, so okay, yeah, park right there. Oh, no, no, let me tell you what happened when I went to the concert last night with my mom, bloody blah. And I'm like, okay,
Oh,
I know his mom because his mom and my mom used to work together at the design center. And it just goes on and on and on.
very
What I'm
intertwined.
trying to underscore is how much ingrained our lives were
Mhm,
at that moment in time.
mhm.
And I kind of forgot that I was like, all right, when I see you, you feel like family. Like I just feel grounded and like, like,
Yeah.
imagine this for 30 years. I've known this
Mhm,
kid for 30 years. First of all, like I can say that, but I've known him like since he was 17 and it just felt like family.
mhm.
Like, but like what your favorite family member? Because every time you come over, be like, oh my God, hello.
It's like that distant cousin.
Oh my
You're
God.
like, "Are we actually
No,
related?"
he's so much on it. That it's like your brother's best friend. So hot. It'd always be like this. I was like, Mom, I'm gonna hang out with him. And she was like, oh my God. I was like, I have such a crush on him. She's like, we know. She's like, he had a crush on you too. I was like, no, he didn't. She's like, yeah, he did. She's like, Chelsea, I wanted to kiss him on the lips. Oh, she's like, Chelsea, I wanted to kiss him. Like, I wanted to kiss him on the lips.
Oh my god.
Yeah, like
Okay, the
everybody,
whole family has the hots for this guy.
like my father would like because like you know the giggle
Your
I
father's like, "Taylor, get out of here.
yeah
I want
kind
this
of he
one."
was like I don't want to say his name. He's like oh my God, and like we would light up when he saw him,
Mhm.
and like he got everyone like amped like yeah, woo, really cute. Oh God, but yeah, there was something special about him.
Mhm.
Okay. So he's driving me in. Hey, oh my God, we hug. And like, we hug deep. And it's like, ooh, it's like hugging your childhood issues away
Oh.
in a good way.
Oh.
Okay, I got to tell you this. Last week, drove by my dad's office and I started to cry. And I was like, I
Aw.
wish you were here. I was like, a lot of things would be better if you were here.
Yeah.
It was the first time I cried in like about that in a minute. Like, I actually can't remember the last time I cried. And I was just like, damn it, I could really use you right now. Anyway,
Mhm.
so we hug. Oh my God, you look so good. And now he looks like he's probably 6 foot, like curly, like surfer dude hair with like blonde tips. And then like that, like bun guy.
Huh.
Well, he went less preppy if you're, like, envisioning Taylor's best friend.
Yeah.
They were the same, and then he's and I have that aesthetic when we,
Mhm.
like, departured from
Yeah, you went mountains.
I went mountain a little yeah, and he's, like, surfer mountains.
Yeah.
But, like, that look. It's an ugly face, isn't it? Anyway, hug. "Hey, do you wanna hop in the car? You wanna do drugs?" "Yep, let's do it."
Yes, I do. Thank you.
Something different? Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds, and I can't really speak to it, but yes, there was a very pleasant experience.
Okay.
I don't know, droplets, and then that was it.
How long did it last for? The whole show?
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Is it a body
Yeah.
high? Okay. In mind.
Mhm.
Is it a giggly sensation?
Mhm.
Okay. I'm down for that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally.
Mhm.
From their yoga teacher, their core power yoga teacher.
Yeah. Probably Cherry Hills too.
But they don't live here. Okay, anyway. So, okay, you ready to go to the show? Ready to go. Let's do this. And then I get out. He's like, "Oh, do you want this blue raspberry jelly, like Swedish fish?" And I was like, "Yeah." So I take the bag. He's like, "Well, I guess, yeah, why not take the whole bag?" I'm like, "We're gonna want this later." Ugh.
See, you are a deep closeted snacker,
Yes.
and like you want the whole bag, but like on any other circumstance, you're like, I guess maybe I'll
But
have
because I'm on
one. I'll
drugs, I
bite the
can't.
head off of like the fish.
Yeah, because I was like, "Let's just you know what? We're gonna" I was already probably because I was like, "Oh." He goes, "Wait, before you go, do you wanna drop a frankincense or lavender on your"
What the fuck?
like the jars, like the doTERRA
Yeah.
jars.
Okay.
And I was like, "What the fuck?" And then I was like, "Actually, you know what? Lavender, please." Because here, you know what?
Before you go into the show.
Yes, to set intentions because we just, like, took droplets.
This is how I know I would never in a million years go to a Grateful Dead show.
Just
Deadhead
relax. It
show.
wasn't the Grateful Dead, it was the person.
Yeah, but it's like that vibe.
Okay, can we okay, hang on.
I'm just perplexed.
Sit tight.
Okay.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Slow down. We both go to Core Power.
Yeah, but like when do you know anyone to have essential oils on them?
Well, I know
like on their person, ready to go. You want a sampler? You want this?
wait, you need to listen to the story.
Okay.
This is
Okay,
not
so pick-
even, we haven't even gotten.
Okay.
You better zip in here. I don't want
Okay.
to say zip up, but listen.
Okay.
Okay, do you want to do it? Now, listen, Lindsay, I have been invited. I'm going to show up because, as you will hear, no greater gift given than when I am fully doing your ride.
Yep.
Okay.
Mhm.
And I was like, what the lavender, please, because I don't care for frankincense, to be
Yeah.
honest.
I know. I don't really like
Oh,
that
I
smell
hate
either.
it, even though it's supposed to be my everything. No thanks. All right, so we go. Now I'm pumped. And I like hook my arm under his arm, like, right? So, like, you know, like,
Yeah.
hey, we're together, like physically, because I feel like it just felt right. It just felt very family, like grounded.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, he's like, hey, I'd like to say something. I'm really sorry about your brother. And I was like, what?
We're having this conversation now?
I was like, he's like, I really just want to say I'm sorry because I know how much it hurts
Oh.
because he did it to me.
Oh.
I was like, oof. He's like literally, it's been a year since I talked to him. Or he's like, I saw him a year ago. And I was like, it's been a year since I've talked to him.
Oh.
And he's like, yeah. He's like, I'm just really broken up over it. And he just.
So it's not a personal thing against you. It's him.
Yeah, maybe.
Snipping people out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know, my grandmother did cross us off. Maybe it's a crazy Toronto trait.
It could be. You reach a certain age.
And you're just like, you're dead.
You're like, you're dead to me.
Yeah, I don't know. And so he kind of just acknowledged that pain
Mm-hmm.
and then went on. And then went on. It went on.
Hey, besties. Do you want to get high naturally? HigherDose is a one-of-a-kind at-home spa experience at the intersection of wellness, health, and beauty. The infrared sauna blanket detoxifies the body and mind with a healthy sweat that boosts your mood. You don't even have to move a muscle, and you can get a full body workout. And it expedites your recovery, makes your skin nice and glowy, and calms down your nervous system. So with the infrared sauna blanket from HigherDose, it increases your metabolic rate, increases circulation, lowers inflammation, so it makes you a little bit less puffy, strengthens the immune system, quickens your muscle recovery, and it naturally increases your brain's happy chemicals. And happy people don't kill people, as Elle Woods would say. And plus, it's super sleek and portable. Get your HigherDose sauna blanket using our link in our show notes.
And at one point, finally, I was like, before we go into the concert, like we're just about to cross into the concert, and I was like, I don't want to say my brother's name anymore for the rest of the concert, okay? Like, I don't want to talk about my brother at all. Like, hear me.
Yeah.
I don't want my
Like, shut the fuck up.
Okay, so all right. So we haven't entered the
Yeah.
concert just yet, and we're about to, and he turns to me, he's like, Chelsea, let's set an intention for the show.
This is like
Awesome. The best fucking night of my life.
let's talk about living life intentionally and really wanting to make an experience out of everything. Is this how he does every experience?
I don't know.
do
I
you
only
think?
know I'm 30. Yeah, I would imagine he is.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
But
what
we're
was the
like-
intention?
His was like, let's heal our past, present, and future through like the energy and love and universe. Something.
Okay.
And then he was like, what's yours? And I was like, actually, can I have a second? Because I was like, I don't want to. I was like, actually, can you just give me a few minutes to think about it? I'm never really great on like write off. I was
Yeah.
like, I just need a second to think about it. And so he says it. I'm like, okay, I'm ready. I'm ready for mine. Ready? I was like, I'm a really good concert goer. And the light and happiness and radiance that is like in me, I will share with you and the people around, and I will help create the best experience you possibly can have for the night.
See, now that's the intention I want to hear.
That's what I said.
Not love and light. I want to hear
Me.
amazing.
I know. I was like, you're gonna have a really good time. And then I hook arms and I'm like, and if I forget to tell you, I had a really good time tonight. That's my signature move. Like that's my Julia Roberts move.
Yeah.
I think do people like that?
I don't know.
It doesn't really mean anything to anybody, does it?
No.
I think if you knew Julia Roberts, it was cute with the pretty woman. But if you don't get the context, it doesn't matter.
No.
All right, then I'll stop saying it, I guess.
I mean, this is the first time I've ever heard you say that.
I say it all. Well, I do say it. It's a signature move.
Oh. Okay.
Like if I'm about to do something that's a really big thing,
It's your signature move.
like a very formal, yeah, I do that.
What's Julia Roberts?
So they're about to get on he gives her the jewels, and they're about to get on the private plane and go to the symphony in San Francisco or whatever. And she's like, hey, if I forget to tell you, like they're just starting the night off. She's like, if I forget to tell you, I had a really nice time tonight.
Oh, yeah. See, never knew. Now I know.
So how do you feel about that compliment now?
It's not original to you, but I still like it when you say it.
Yeah, but how does it make
Yeah.
you feel?
Good.
It's sweet, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So even if they don't know the Julia Roberts reference, I prefer that they don't.
I'm like, this whole time I had no clue.
Okay, but I just want to know that it still makes people feel good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just, I got to check in and make sure
Yeah.
it still works. Okay. There's other moves, but as it relates to this. Okay, so we go in. And then I have my fanny pack on. I bought a dress at a secondhand store like hours before because I was like, this dress is cute. And it was like super hippie. It was like $24.
Oh.
And I wore the Teva shoe. Cheery and I we did a fashion show.
No.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry.
No.
Oh my god. I don't know what happened.
What happened?
I know.
What happened?
Okay, so I had to
over
buy
this
Teva
weekend?
platform shoes. I need water shoes for camping, and then I wore this cute little I have it out there, like blue halter hippie dress,
Uh-huh.
kind of 100% perfect.
Yeah.
They're platform. Tevas. That's like saying you can wash Crocs. Anyway. I don't know. Carrie and I played fashion show at Main Street of Sedalia. And I'm like, well, what about this? I was going to wear this. She's like, no shoes. I was going to wear these shoes with it. And she's like, no. She's like, you should just. I was like, you're right.
You can wash them off when you're done too.
I did already throw them in the laundry. So that's what I'm wearing. I have my blue fanny pack matches perfectly because I was like, well, anyway.
You know what? That blue has even infiltrated my nails.
I love you too.
Yay.
Wait. So then we're going in and to Folsom Field at CU, and he's a professional concert goer. Like Holmes knows like all the things. So he gets us the best seats because it's GA. We walk in, we're probably overlooking Folsom Field where we went for the okay, so we're
Yeah.
section 1.
Mm-hmm.
Along the back, because there's a wall. We stood there for Red Rocks, right? There's that last row, the last row, and then there's a wall behind it so you can actually sit, stand,
Oh.
and lean.
Oh, I like that.
Oh, so
I love
clutch.
that.
And he got it. It's right there, right off the, and he was like, look at this. And it was like 6:30 or something. And I was like, oh, okay. And now, Lindsay, magic, sheer electric. It's the golden hour. Red Rocks, Folsom Field. It's like 72 degrees out.
Ooh, perfect temperature.
Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
There's a slight breeze. That might have been the drugs starting to kick in, but the skin
Was the skin feeling a breeze?
Oh, it was like, ooh, ooh, ooh. And then off into the distance on the other side, like the head, if the like where main stage is or to the right, there's now like clouds with the fingers, which means rain, but it was perfect. It was just like,
She loves clouds, by the way,
I love
and weather approaching.
And I said that to him. I was like, look at the clouds. That storm's coming. But and for the meantime, this is amazing. And then all of a sudden, he like does a lean in and like makes it
Oh.
up. I was like,
Oh.
okay.
Okay.
I know. I know.
Whoa.
I was like, oh,
Wasn't expecting that twist.
me neither.
Wow.
I know.
Was he kind of like
Yes.
flirty the whole time?
Uh-huh. And was I?
Uh-huh.
Yes. 100%. He's like,
How long did this snogging last?
that particular time?
Yeah.
From like a minute, like a, yeah. Because then there
so
was
this
like,
is like an on and off snogs.
no, you had, well, throughout the entire
Yeah.
evening. But then there was like bury your head into the chest. Like, I get it. Hug, you know? And then there was a lot of like that.
Oh.
Where they like hug you from the side because
Yeah.
like I'm your brother's best friend, like you know, like
Yeah.
that kind of hug.
Yeah.
And then like this.
Oh, okay.
Uh-huh. And then there was hand
Get a little
holding.
lower.
And
Yeah.
then it does.
Yeah.
And then there was like hand holding.
Like this.
But then there was like sensual hand holding.
Oh, like a little like
the whole thing. Especially because now this day I'm going like this. And I can't be like, oh my God, right?
You're just like, I'm enjoying this ride and I'm gonna try not to freak out.
And the music's going.
Yeah.
It's an John Mayer. I didn't realize was like
I didn't realize he was in that band.
I didn't either, but he is magnificent, and it was always a bucket list.
Yeah.
And like he made friends because he's kind of me.
Mm-hmm.
He made friends with the people around. Although I realized we were like the old druggies, and everybody else was kind of sober and like millennials-ier.
Well, I don't know. Maybe they were just enlightened on other things.
I kind of got a glimpse of myself.
I guarantee that 99% of the people there were.
I just felt like I
doing
might have been the
something.
most fucked up. And I felt a little like I'm getting a little paranoid these days where I felt like this old dude, my age older, with kids was like taking a picture of me or maybe filming me.
Yeah, that's not a good feeling.
And I was like, okay, we're not going to do this the whole time, are we?
No.
Knock it off. I was like, it hasn't even started because I am starting to dance. And like, we're touching in space. And I'm like, and hang on, I'm sure. Let me make sure. So then where was I on this?
For the first snog, and he's like arm around the shoulder, arm around the waist, holding hands.
Oh, and then that like, and I'm kind of getting in and out of areas, but here, like, so then he's like talking to so I'm handling,
yeah,
and I'm really enjoying it, and it's amazing, as if it couldn't get any better. And then like, and he's like actively doing hand stuff back to me.
Yeah,
you know, like
this.
But he's meanwhile he's talking to somebody.
He's like, oh, kind of like this. A little thumb rub. No,
but like I don't know. It was amazing. And it was, I don't know, and I'm like, ah. And so, but then I like look over and he's like talking to somebody.
Oh.
And I was like, that's cool. I liked that it wasn't like,
oh yeah, like laser
and then, like,
eyed on you.
And hand holding, but like talking and then still doing it. Because I was like, for a second, I was like, baby, oh, okay. You can do well. That's kind of cool. That's amazing. So then what happens? Special guest star
Dave Matthews.
Yes. If I got to talk to you on fucking Wednesday, it would have been before everybody else could have told you. But it was a really big deal. And finally, I'm like, hey, are you seeing this right now? Take a second. Take a second. And then at one point, like, there's a lot of "you're perfect." You know how I do love to tell people.
Oh yeah, you're amazing. You're perfect.
So
Oh my God.
perfect. What was I going to tell you? Dave Matthews, something about you being perfect. So because he reminds me so much
Keep
of
that. Keep that.
so much. Him reminds me of my brother. Where it's like daytime, there was a rain delay. There's a guy who's kind of annoyed. On the other side of me, who's annoyed, throwing out elbows, trying to put up distance. All of a sudden, I see him like kind of try to bump elbows with that guy. I was like, don't you dare. And with that, he's like, ha, ha, ha. I'm like, not here, not now. Ooh. And he was like, he giggled so hard that I was like, I know you. I was like, you guys love to fuck around and do shenanigans. He's like, you can hear him like, we did love shenanigans, didn't we? I was like, yeah, you did.
Yeah.
They were always like getting arrested and shit and like starting fights, and it was fantastic. I
It's
loved
fun
it.
times.
Oh God. Wait, so there was a reason. All right. So then it starts to come to an end. A lot of like dancing.
With this.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was great. All right. So the concert. Oh, I remember the blue dress and fanny. I was like, hey, when things start to get rolling here, I'm going to want to take this fanny pack off. Don't let me.
Don't let me.
And in the first time, please don't let me take this fanny pack off. And he's like, I'll wear it for you.
Oh.
Well,
That's nice.
it was too big. He's too big to go this way. And it was barely, it's not really.
He wears like a shoulder bag.
And instead he got it around his waist. So now every time I need to go in there, because I have my little water thing.
Yeah.
It's like a kidney with a water nipple thing on it. And it's perfect because you can fill it up and now you already have water, because that's all I needed that night.
Yeah.
I have to I look like I'm giving him a hand job, of course. And he's like, yeah, get in that fanny pack. He's like puffing out his chest and making it really look like I am trying to give him a hand, like a block, because you have to like bend over, like his stuff, and like dig in out of there. And I'm like, I gotta take the phone out and the thing, and it's a thing every time. And I don't. So he didn't seem to mind it.
I wouldn't think he would.
At one point, I turned to him. I'm like, I'm going to talk about everything, right?
Does he listen?
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I never ask.
Yeah.
I don't want to know.
No.
Because then it's weird. That's
okay.
weird.
So.
Okay. Anyway, I did turn to him. I'm like, this is amazing. You did really, really good. Like, where do you go from here? This is fucking incredible. And he was like, he's like, this is what I got. And I was like, this is incredible.
Yeah.
This is so good. And I was like, you are so good. You have always been so good. I was like, you're perfect. Literally, I was like, I felt like I was back in that moment of being, what's 4 years older than 17?
21.
Like I felt I felt like I was 21, but not like the fucked up memories that I choose to remember, but rather like the happy spot of like being around our kitchen table with my dad and like kind of like male flirting and be like, come on.
He's like, oh.
And we all have that. Like, this is not new to me where I'm like, I can get you like with the wink and the smile, like, come on. But like my dad did it, and like the three of us were like that. I wasn't certainly as cool, but I'm just privy and like saw it. Okay. So when he smiles and giggles, I'm like, I was like, hey, there we go. Oh shit, that still takes my breath away. God damn. But he has that effect on everybody, which is like, And then he tried to say, like, why didn't we do this in high school? He's like, your brother was so protective of us. And I was like, yeah, your brother just didn't want us fucking banging. That's all.
Yeah. No brother wants their friend banging
like,
their sister.
I was like, I don't know. All right. So concert over. Amazing. Done. Oh my God. Thank you. We sit behind a tree to let, I was like, I'm really the drug kid today, aren't I? Sit behind the tree. It's nice out. I mean, everything was spectacular. Anyway, so he starts tearing up and getting emotional about my dad.
Well,
he said, I really miss your dad. He loved me, or I loved him so much. And nothing's been the same since he died. Wow. I was like, are you crying about my dad?
Yeah.
I didn't say that. And I was like, how should I do this? I like rubbed him on the back and I was like, he loved you so much.
Wow. I feel like that went from the highest of high of like so much fun to like
It was really
feelings.
nice, actually.
Oh.
It was really nice
Okay.
because it was just like, no, actually, it was fucking incredible.
Oh.
It was incredible. It was like, yeah, I can't even begin to say like, oh, somebody like, I was hearing about somebody else's experience with my father,
Mm-hmm.
and it wasn't about me. But I get how, I don't know. It was the most incredible thing I've ever like witnessed. I was like, I can't believe, and then like a family member dropped out of the sky
Mm-hmm.
and is having similar experiences with my brother, my dad, my mom. I'm like, what is happening? Oh, this is
Mm-hmm.
incredible. I mean, that's a miraculous gift that, like, by happenstance, somebody from 30 years ago. So then he fucking says this. I'm so glad I didn't forget it. He fucking says, you know what I think about, Chelsea?
What?
No, I don't know. Chelsea, I think about if I saw your father again, what he would want me to tell you.
Oh. What? What is it?
He's like, I'm here for you. Whether it's there or here in Utah, I'm here for you.
Oh.
I got you.
Wow. That's so sweet.
I was like, holy shit.
Wow.
So, yeah. I mean, like, I'm still kind of at a loss for words.
Yeah.
Like, that was like next level shit.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't cry.
And it's almost like this was the perfect time to hear it, because when your dad died or like shortly thereafter, a lot of people are saying a lot of things.
Right.
And I feel like the meaning, you're just like, okay, like I heard it. But like to hear it like this long after
30 years.
Yeah, 30 years later has way more meaning to it.
I dare say, if I told you at the beginning of this spot, I'm driving down the highway, I say, like, I get emotional and thinking like, hey, you know, I'm thinking about my dad.
Mhm.
There is no way that this isn't a fucking sign.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God. Like, this is literally the sign from,
This is a big sign.
he took my favorite person and like put his cute little lips to mine. And when he was done knocking on my face, says, I'm still here for you. I'm like, whoa.
So what do you think that means? What's in store for you?
Something great.
Yes.
So,
Agree.
God, I really hope so. It changed my soul. At one point, I was like, I mean, we were like flirting back and forth, but it was like, oh, like a deep family. I don't know. Like, oh, that sounds gross. I'm like flirting with my brother, but like the next most like, sanctioned thing. I don't know how to say it. It was so great. At one point I was like, you're unsustainable. Like, I am into it. And then he's like, let's get a blanket, lay down, lay next. I'm like, I am not having sex with you in the park next time. It's next time.
Like talk daddy talk.
No, it's more like, I don't know. Actually, no, because that would mean our father, the one we were just like, I don't know. Oh, so I was like, we were walking back to the car, and luckily he was so smart. He was like, okay, take a left at the pond. It's like, he knows what he's doing. Okay. Well, the end. I don't know. That's it.
Wow. I mean, I think my takeaway is that like, wow, the universe has something like amazing in store for you.
Or maybe that's what it was.
Maybe that's what it was. I think it was just like the right timing for everything.
It's fucking, oh, and then I was going hiking the next day. Oh, the last thing I said to him was like, I don't want to think about you. I don't want to think about you tomorrow. And he's like, you will. You will for the next 4 days.
Oh. Okay.
And today is the 4th. I'm good.
We talked about it. Now we're done.
I'm over it. Because I was like, I'm going hiking tomorrow and I don't want to think about you. And he's like, you will. Sweet.
Okay, well, your weekend was so freaking epic. I'm so happy I waited until today to hear about it.
Thanks. Let's
So
not
you
do that
could get my
again.
genuine response to everything.
Yeah.
Mhm. Okay, friends, make sure you share this episode with your bestie. And also, if you're not following us on YouTube yet, make sure you go to YouTube, So Fired Podcast, hit subscribe, and we would really appreciate it. Thanks. Bye.
Disclaimer. This podcast is for entertainment purposes only. The stories and statements expressed herein are experiences and opinions. They may not represent the views of the production studio or the hosts. If you disagree with our content, that's okay. No podcast is perfect for everyone.